Hi. Um, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just doing something kind of fun and seeing what happens here. Um, I've been introduced to this game called Tiny Epic Galaxies. It's a lot of fun. One of the things I like about it is that you can actually play it solo. Um, and it's when they say Tiny Epic Galaxies, like this is the whole game. Like this is it. This is what you get. But it's a big game in a tiny little box. It's a lot of fun. Um, the lid turns into a nice little dice tray. It's got cards. It's got your little player things that you do. Comes with a little action bit. Um, and um, little mats that you work for your boards. And you can play 5 people, but what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to play um, the 5 mats. I'm actually going to play against the game itself. On one side they have colors for the different different people to play, but on the back they're all red, but they are all leveled to be different types of different levels of game. So some are easy, some are hard. I'm going to start with a rogue gallery that is labeled as beginner down there in the corner. And then I'm going to actually choose to play. So that's my rogue gallery. If I got to turn it over. And then the other side, I'm going to play my green guy. This is going to be weird because I'm playing this upside down for the camera. I should have the camera over my shoulder or something, and maybe that would be a little bit easier. But we're going to adjust the camera. So the whole setup here, the whole point here is that you have your galaxy, your empire that you are trying to build. So I'm going to start with the we're going to play the blue with the blue. So this will be my rogue gallery galaxy. And my empire. There's his empire. Tells you what level that his the rogue gallery's empire is. And then you gain 2 things that you use to buy your actions, or buy spend to do different actions. You've got energy there. Looks like a little bolt. And then you've got culture. Looks like a little Roman pillar there. So the rogue galaxy actually starts with none, but I will start with I will start actually with, you're not going to be able to see the little thing, but you'll be able to see it. I start with 2 culture, 2 energy, 1 culture, and then my empire starts at that level. Now, the difference between the rogue galaxy and me is that I do not start with all 4 of my little rocket ships. I start with 2 rocket ships here, and then as I advance my empire, I am able to earn the little rocket ships here. Let's see what happens with me. Ooh, that gives me too small of a space. I'll adjust this again. Hopefully I can get it to stay, because I feel like this space isn't working quite the way I would like it to. But that's okay. We'll make it work. Get some other stuff out of the way. And oh, I need the dice. The dice themselves have come with 7 dice, special dice, and each one has a different theme. One is that you can take off from your people here, from your little galaxy, uh, and expand to any of these different planets. So your goal is to collect planets and gain some of the points here. Some are worth 2 points, has a short track to go through. Some have 7 points, which have a much longer track to get through. And there's a little bit of everything in between. I think the smallest one I've seen is 2. There might be a 1 in there, and I just don't remember. But that's one of the actions that you can do. Another action that you can do is to upgrade your empire. With that, um, this you have to pay however many uh, of either energy or culture uh, to move up. So the first one's 2, second one's 3, 4, 5, 6, in order to advance your empire further up. As you advance your empire further up, that is another way that you can actually gain some of the victory points. Another feature of this die is that once you have acquired one of the cards, you can actually use this character, the colony character, to do an action that is listed at the bottom. Some of these, so each of these have different actions. The ones that are higher up, that are bigger numbers, obviously will have better uh, better skills and activities that you can do with them. Um, the other dice, each side is different. Another side is energy, which means you can collect energy. You can collect energy for this character. Every one you have in your home base will collect an energy. Also, some of the planets you collect energy if you are on them. Culture is similar. You are collecting culture, and it moves you up in the track just like energy does. Um, Also collected when you land on cards that have the culture in the top corner there. Next, you have the 2 dice that actually allow you to move along the track here. You have diplomacy, allows you to move on the diplomacy track, and you have, where's it at? There it is. Economy, which allows you to move on the economy track on some of the planets. Now, in addition to orbiting a planet, you can actually land on a planet and immediately use that action that is there. I think that's the basic setup that you need to know here. And I want to try using the dice tray. I may get rid of that here in a moment. But we will see what happens as we go. Since I am on the bottom, I want to show you one of these close up. They're all the same. All of the mats are the same for the colored player. All the mats are the same for the colored player side. And you will see that this one, if you are at the very bottom here, at the very bottom, you is where you start, and you get to have 2 ships that are usable, and you get to roll 4 dice. And as you move up, you get to roll different amounts of dice the further you roll up here. Also, a feature of advancing your empire is as you move up, as I get to this square, with the square around it, I will receive another rocket ship that I can use to go from planet to planet. So I get to start off with 4 dice, and I roll them into the tray, and I can use them in any order that I want. So I have here a rocket ship, some energy, diplomacy, and my colony. So I am going to actually start off by using my rocket ship. I'm lying. I'm going to start off by using my energy die. And since I have 2 energy here, two of my rockets here in this energy, then I can actually get 2 energy for this. So I will advance my little energy cube 2. And then I will actually use my rocket to take off. And when I take off, I'm going to go to any of these planets. And again, you can either orbit around and follow a track, or you can land on it and immediately use its ability down here at the bottom. I am actually going to looked at what these abilities are. Set 1 inactive die to a face of your choice. That's a pretty good one. Spend 1 energy to acquire 2 culture. I think I kind of like that. I always find it difficult for me to acquire culture, so that might be a good thing to have in my arsenal. Now, I have 2 energy. Or I have 4 energy. I can use my colony die to spend 2 energy, 1, 2, to move up 1 and upgrade my empire, which will now give me 2 rocket ships, which I already have. It will add an additional die that I can roll and gives me 1 victory point. My goal is to get to 21 victory points before this one either gets to 21 or maxes out here in the colony column. So that is the basics of what we're doing here.